Well, hello, 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 everybody. Like I said, nobody didn't listen to me. I said, you know what? Technology is a real bitch, okay? We've been trying to get on so that we can do this live thing for the S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Spirit Talks, and it's been an ongoing adventure. I'm telling you straight up, if you could have been on Hecate's shadow and seen what was going on, you would have been like, oh my God, this is really crazy. What's going on from step to step? People think that filming is such an easy thing. It is not easy whatsoever, man. There's always something. Okay, if you think that you're going to go out there, it's just like paranormal investigating or anything that you do in life, and if you just think and expect for it to happen the way that you want it to happen, it's not going to happen like that. So that's why we're trying me now and see if I can get Jessica on there. And so for all you people that are sitting at home quarantined right now, and and you really don't got nothing better to do at 8, 9 o'clock at night, you know what I'm saying, you can sit here and we can go through this journey to see what's going on. Let's see. Now I'm seeing that it's starting to work a little bit. So what I'm beginning to think is that maybe, you got to be at a certain status or something in order to be able to bring people on and all these things just like that. Because now I'm looking on mines and I'm like, I'm seeing all these people popping up and I can bring them on the thing with me. Hey, Coy, baby, what's going on? Sadie, what's going on? Connie, what's going on? Kimmy, girl, what's going on? Bryson, dang, man, y'all just popping up, popping up, popping up. For those of y'all who know me, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal, that's what I do, okay? And if you don't really know me, Irie Coffee, Teas, and Bobas, that's where I'm always at. So today I was off and we're trying to get this started, but, I'm sitting here. Oh, what's up, Lawrence Cheese? My eyes are open, man. You're always telling me that. I keep telling you that's like my Native American roots, the light or something. I might be a vampire. You never know, man. Okay, I mean, seriously. Yeah, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal. What's up, Gonzalo, baby? I ain't seen you in a long time, man. This quarantine is really getting me down like 100, 1,000 billion% because I don't get to see none of my people. It's like, if you come to the cafe, it's like, did you make that telephone order? Oh, it's like, here's your stuff. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Paranormal investigating, it's now starting to pick up a little bit because now people are starting to let you back into locations and all them things just like that. So, there's a whole bunch of things that's been going on in the woodworks, going through the brain, me and my crew trying to find out, what's the latest that's going on in Utah, surrounding areas, wherever people need help, man, we willing, we all chip in and get in the car and like, vroom, next thing you know, we trying to see what's going on. Okay, what's going on hunting. I can't wait to go back to Virginia City. I got so many places here in Utah that I'm doing for S.T.O.N.E Historical Site. We got a big lockdown that's getting ready to come on real quick, man. It's like I'm like, we getting kind of addicted to these mining towns because there's so much just going on, man. There's so much history in Utah. Coming from Florida, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Is that you don't even know what's going on. And it's like coming from Florida to Utah, there's so much history. There's so much stuff that's going on here. There's so much people digging in the ground around here that it's kind of crazy. What's up, Kevin? Now I'm starting to see I can bring certain people on camera and all of these things just like this. Yeah, Coy, baby, I already told you we going rock hunting. Don't you best believe that. That's getting ready to happen. Okay, I've never been four-wheeling in my life, and Jeff was shocked. And I was like, yeah, man. I said, I'm a Florida girl. What the hell am I going to four-wheel on some sand dunes? I don't think so. That's not going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jason, how you doing? Hey, Kevin, what's going on, baby? My little film one right there. You supposed to be going on some investigations with me, man. We supposed to be going and hitting up these mines together because I figured if I'm going to get blown up, I might as well get blown up with somebody I love. That's real talk. That's to my boy Kevin Monroe right there and his filming and all them things. He's great. Y'all should check him out, okay? I'm always throwing plugs out there for people because, that's how I operate. It's guerrilla mafia. LLC. So I'm just trying to wait to see if I can get Jessica on here And you know what? What's up, Dina? What's going on? Oh, tell Riley I'm gonna miss him too, man. He's gonna miss out. I wanted to take him on a little baby investigation. You know, let him see a little ghost, you know, in his life before he get 10, you know, and get the feeling in him. You know, Bryson, we ain't going down in those sand dunes, man. But it's a good chance right now while we waiting on this, and I'm trying to get Jessica in and everything. All and you know what it looks like is all she's got to do is just come inside the live video. Damn, cut me off just like that. See, that's some real grimy stuff right there, man. I was in the middle of telling y'all what was going on and saying how happy I am to just have a chance to be able to sit here, and next thing you know, boom, it cut me off. Straight up. Okay, what's up, Randy? What's going on? Oh my God, Randy's already been on one investigation with us to help her and all them places around there. He didn't believe, but now I think he might have got the bug a little bit. Oh, Jessica was still alive. Oh my God. That means that the whole time she's been sitting there still trying to run that live video off of Hecate's shadow, and I'm sitting here just filling y'all ears with all kinds of stuff. But listen, this is exactly how things happen with us. This is how things all begin. You know, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal, it was just a vision and it just came to play. Nothing goes perfect. There's nothing perfect in this world, and so I don't expect this to be perfect, but this gives you a little insight about us and how we take care of matters and how we don't let stress happen. It's like, yeah, you know what, the live video didn't go the way they're supposed to, but I'm still here on live. I'm still here talking to all of y'all, you know, so if you got any questions or anything else like that, if you want to know what's going on with S.T.O.N.E, what we've been doing and where we're going, you know, what's going on with this new S.T.O.N.E Spirits Talks, because we're going to be taking guests and, you know, asking a lot of questions, is that, you know what, we look at the point being of the paranormal as everything that is not normal. Okay, it is paranormal. It's not just about spirits. It's not just about ghosts. It's about Bigfoots, chupacabras, man. It's about aliens. It's about three-headed dogs. It's about whatever it is not in the normal. And we here in my family, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal, we're here to investigate that. We're not here to like just let people, you know what, just think that, oh, this is the way that it's supposed to be. Well, you know what? My group is all a bunch of witches, voodoo queens and kings. Okay, we got priests, we got Wiccans, we got draconians, we got all kinds of combined about 40 years of occult knowledge, and not just ghosts and the spirits of what you see above the ground, but to be able to look at it from a spiritual perspective, to know what you're walking into. You know, I've been on a lot of interviews, I've been on a lot of road trips. You know, this has been the wildest 2 years ever for S.T.O.N.E Paranormal, and it doesn't get any easier, and it's just going to get better, because the more we open up and the more we come together as a community, the more things that are sitting there, you know, while all of these people are letting the earth regenerate itself, so that all the spiritual, and there's going to be a lot more spiritual energy, man. There's going to be things people are going to catch on camera that are just going to be like, you know, they're not going to know it, but they need to know how to protect themselves. Okay, they need to know how to bring these people together. Looking right now, I'm hoping that this is going down, because I just added Jessica.
How'd you do that?
Oh, I'm telling you, I think it's because I got so many people on my Facebook. So Facebook is being shady.
I don't know, but I updated.
Connie, I swear to God, don't even get me started on Bigfoot, man. I'm a firm believer in Bigfoot. I've been believing in Bigfoot since I was a little kid, man. And then when we came to Utah and there was like sightings and all that good stuff about Bigfoots, I was like, oh my God. You know, it's $1 million. I think that if you get a Bigfoot live, people think that I'm crazy. And this is what Jessica was like telling people about. This is what you got, Ebony and Ivory. You know, this is how we do it. And I'm so happy that that you on here with me. Everybody say hi to Jessica. What's up, Jessica?
Oh, hey, you need to share this to our other page.
Trust me, that's a done deal, man. You know who you talking to. I'll have it everywhere. But I'm just so happy that we're finally be able to get to the hosts together on one live video. And now, Jessica, I think we know that if we're going to do something live, we're just going to have to do it off the Gwen Allen page.
I guess it's stupid. No,
That's
we're gonna keep
crazy.
trying to. We're gonna keep trying to do it off the other one. Now that hey, where'd you go?
I got. Oh my God.
What are you doing? Okay, so
I don't know, man. I was pressing buttons, and the next thing you know, boom, I got cut off.
oh, I don't know what I'm doing there.
You need to leave stuff alone. So everybody, thank you for watching us here at S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Spirit Talks. You're here with your host, Gwen Allen and Jessica Bell. We finally took an hour just to be able to get on here and talk with y'all. But you know what? I was a great host while I was waiting for my girl to figure it out. You know, I got on here and got y'all a little educated about what we're doing, okay? And I'm going to tell you, if you need a reading, a card reading, a pendulum reading, Jessica Bell's the woman that you got to go to. That woman's got a lot of experience. And if you're sick, she'll put you something together with some herbs, man, and rub some crystals on you so quick, okay, and make you feel good.
Okay, so I just wanted to add something real quick. If you're not 18, go away. 18 and older, please, please, please.
Yeah, because I can't stop cussing for people. You know, this is what we call not reality TV, but this is real TV. And so, you know, if you got a question or you got something that you want to, you know, ask us and everything right now, this is the time, man. You know, because a lot of people get out there and they're kind of afraid to ask questions about the occult or the paranormal, or they think that people think that they're crazy, or, you know, all that other good jazz, but they can believe in a bunch of, you know, fluffy fairy tale things that they can't even prove. So that's right. You know, we're just letting you have a little disclaimer here. If you're not 18 years old, then you shouldn't be in this room right here, because you might hear some things that you never heard, you wanted to hear before. Your mama, your daddy didn't want you to hear, and then they try to sue us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go away if you're under 18. Bye-bye. Okay, so
Bye-bye.
someone brought up the Bigfoot. Now, you know, I believe in the Bigfoot and the skinwalkers and the chupacabra and the aliens, but I tell you what, I don't try to mess with those things, and this is why. They run faster than me. They run faster than me.
So you're trying to tell me all these investigations that you're like, oh, Gwen, we can just go out there and go camping. So if a Bigfoot comes up, what are you
I'm
going to
pushing
do?
you down. I'm pushing you down.
You got see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, everybody always sit there and see the finished product and the edited product when it comes down to investigation, but this is the behind the scenes. You get to know the characters of the people that you know what that are actually going out there and risking my soul and my life so
She
that
is
I can
risking
bring.
her life because I will push her down and let that Sasquatch get her. Don't think, and I love her. She is my best friend. She's my girl. But I will push her down
Listen,
and I will let that
that's
chupacabra bite her ass.
and that's why I'm telling you straight up right now, I'm going to cover you in peanut butter so they get you first. See, it says, Yo, Gwen, I've been seeing she's not there and been trying to ask someone who knows more about anything about this. Um, Either
She
I'm
should
going
have.
crazy. That's what I'm at. I don't, shit hats. What's a shit hat? Oh my God.
That's why we are a teaching organization, because I'm not going to sit here and claim to you that I know everything. Now, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. But you know what? A shit hat. I've never heard of no shit hat. I'm gonna have to Google that one for you, baby, and get back with you, message you, and ask you, because it might just be another name for something. Because you know, a name behind a name has 1,000 meanings. So I'll have to get back to you with the shit hat one. Let's see. Oh, it kicked Jessica off again. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, it just kicks me up. I don't
That's what I'm
understand.
talking about. That's why Jessica Kevin said he'll defend me against a damn Sasquatch, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I
I'll
don't
push
know
him
how I'm
down
going
too.
to. That's because you said you were gonna push me down and let the Sasquatch eat me,
Yeah,
man.
I'll push Kevin down too. Sasquatch can have you both.
So Jessica, people want to know what's up with us, and I know they just don't want to sit there and hear us talking shit all night, even though it's quite entertaining, because I'm quite entertaining to myself right now. Is that when did you start being interested in the paranormal?
Let's see. I was about 3. That was my first encounter that I remember with a spirit. So 3.
So when you were 3 years old, and so when was it that that you came into your spirituality and you started practicing magic?
I was 15.
And what first got you into it?
Seeing spirits, I think. I had to get into something that I related spiritually with what I was seeing and knowing. And I guess for me, the only thing that did that for me was being a Wiccan.
And you've been, and that's what you've been practicing, but you are not, just to me, just an ordinary Wiccan like I've ever met in my life. You've actually take from so many things, like I'm saying, to make you who you are. That's why you're my best friend in the world, and I can get along with you and we can see things. But if we're talking about the in-depth of why we do what we do, is that what your mind is so great that it's just that I don't see you just as a Wiccan. I see you just as a whole spiritual being.
That's true, because I don't discount anybody's spirituality, and I believe in all spirituality and all religions in a whole. I carry holy water with me if I run against a spirit that I'm trying to help move on, and that spirit happens to be of Christian faith. It's easier to help them when I have holy water on me rather than sage or black salt or Florida water or things of that nature. So I guess I respect and I take in, I suppose, all spirituality.
So, but you know what? But that goes into a good point, being about Stone Paranormal, and what we're about is that we're not just taking the perspective that I believe in technology. I believe in technology is great. We can't, the world that we're evolving into, we're evolving right back, I believe, into our past, because I don't believe that the ancient people were ever stupid. But that's when we go into an investigation, that is exactly what we're bringing to the table. We're not just, I'm letting everybody know is that we're not just coming in there and just saying, oh, we're going to bring out our EVP, oh, we're going to, put out, all of our temperature gauges, oh, we're going to put out our grid systems. That stuff is great because it works. There's evidence that I don't need to sit there and go and tell people that equipment does not work. When it works, it does. Okay, a lot of great things and a lot of great apparitions and a lot of great spirits have been caught on technology, but it's always good to have some. Don't you believe too, Jessica, that it's also good to have something spiritual behind you when you go into an investigation?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I think a lot of our point being is the question that I think Paranormal has asked many people that we've come in contact with is do you want these spirits to stay here, or do you want help moving them on? Um, we try to help when we're needed. Connie asks, what's a good spirit? Opposed to what, a bad spirit? Well, a malevolent spirit, a spirit what's a good person opposed to a bad person. When we pass away, we are the same. Our spirit is the same as we were when we were alive. If you were a good person, then it's gonna be a good spirit.
And then I also, Connie, to think about, people got to think about the duality in life, that everybody who sits there and think that they're living in a perfect world, then you know they're delusional. Everybody that thinks that there's completely evil in the world, they're delusional. There is a middle path to all things, that one cannot coexist without the other. So you do got malevolent spirits that are just pissed off, and maybe they've never been flesh, maybe they've been, just drugged through the dirt their whole lives, and they're just keep reincarnating into this, and their spirit just gets more agitated and agitated. And then you have spirits that are just calm, cool, they're with the wind, they're of the earth, they're of nature, but you can't sit there every time that you go into an investigation or you go and do something. You have to look at it like this, that the spirit means that you are good and bad. And when you go provoking them or doing them kind of, irritating them, they can be like, yo, check this out. I built this house from the dirt. Okay, I built this up, and then here's some people just come barging in my door and cussing me out. Yeah, that spirit's gonna be pissed off, and that spirit's gonna touch you. That spirit's gonna take your energy. That spirit can attach itself to you. And I think that when we go in there and we do our research on a property, we look at not just the property and the history of the property, but we look about the spirit and what was living in that property and that land, so that we can have a good assessment on what's going on. And by being a psychic medium, by Jessica being a reader, when we go up in there, she might have her dowsing rods, she might come up in there and she's psychic herself, man, and she feeling it, and then I'd be on a different level, and then it's like, you know what, but that's something that our technology is not picking up. So we have to know by energy if it's going to be a bad spirit or if it's going to be a good spirit.
So Connie, she asked a question about the spirit I saw. The spirit I saw was a very it was a very sad spirit. It was a spirit of a man that had taken his life in the room next to mine. I didn't know that at the time. In fact, I didn't know that had happened till probably 6 years ago when I had talked to my mom. I couldn't figure out who he was until me and my mom had discussed it later on in life. But he had committed suicide. So he wasn't, he just was interested. He came in, he sat on my chest. It was really strange because when you see in like Casper the Friendly Ghost, how they don't have any feet, it was pointed. I couldn't figure out why he was like that. It was because he hung himself. And I think until he figures out what he needs to do, he's forever going to be hanging. And it was just an old man, and he came and he sat on my chest, scared the bejesus out of me. I was just a little girl. And then he went out of the room, and that was my first experience.
And I think my first experience happened is that I always tell people, I'm kind of backwards, it's like most people have those ghostly experience, they have apparition, poltergeist experience. Well, my spirituality came through the voodoo side of my family, where we take the spirit within us and we dance with the spirits. So it's different when you can feel that spirit, and the certain characteristics of what the energy is and how your body is reacting, because that spirit has possessed your body. And as they like to say, we're the horses. So that's why when I go into a location, the first thing I've been taught is that only what I've had, my protection is the only thing that can enter my body. So when I know I know when something else is coming close to me, and it's just that it's a weird feeling that comes over me, and I just be like, yo, get up off me. Just like when we were in Merker Cemetery, and and I was telling Jessica, because this is before we started doing, like really getting into our investigations, and it was like a skinwalker was out there, and something was trying, you can see it on YouTube, the possession and how it came and it turned my body and everything, and I was just trying to tell it to get off of me.
And I don't like that, and I don't like when that happens to her, and it bothers me very much. So the spirits literally try to take a hold of Gwen, where they don't do that for me. I can see them, but I guess I've learned from a very young age to not, like, they just don't enter me like they do her. And it's scary when they do. It's very scary
Yeah,
when they do.
because I know we've had some situations that you've had that you've seen spiritual possession. You know, I know, yeah, we started now, we're talking about spiritual possession, nothing, but it's all talking about spirit. It's the paranormal because this doesn't happen to everybody, but it kind of gives the people around us a little bit of an insight onto, you know, who we are, and everybody around us, even from, you know, Andy to, you know, Jacob and Bryson and Chris, all the people that work with us, you know, they have some kind of spiritual thing. But I went through a lot of ceremonies so that these spirits can come and dance with me, and I can dance with my ancestors. And sometimes I can't control them. And you know, and incidents happened with Jessica. She did that, and it was like I knew right then and there when she touched me, I heard her, and I was started to come back. But that's a control that I've been learning for 35 years. So then when we go out into an investigation and I feel a spirit around me, I'm just like, you know, it's like I can see it as if it was right there standing before me. And I just think that, you know what, that a lot of the investigations, as we just could get into a lot more of these mining towns and a lot of these historical sites, and, you know, you can be looking forward to, because Jessica wants to be all shy and stuff, but her house is haunted as hell. She's in Ogden, okay? Ogden is just haunted. I don't care what anybody got to say. There must be some ley line, or it must be because of the railroad and the miners and all the immigrants that came through. But you guys better get ready to look forward to. We're gonna be hitting Ogden, and I just don't want to go every place, you know, like the railroad stations, like everybody else. I mean, Jessica's been there most of all of her life, and she's been hitting me on some spots. So we're gonna keep y'all posted on that. You know what's going on from there. And I know, Jessica, we wanted to go do some play. We're getting ready to do a lot of places in Idaho too.
Yeah, a lot of places. Uh, uh, that should be super interesting. You guys have got to all stay tuned for all that particular, particularly particular thing. Not dancing with all spirits isn't cool. Like she said, when you let
I
them
knew
in, you let
Jessica
them
was
all
gonna.
in. You don't just let the good ones in. And sometimes um, they're a little difficult to get out. Luckily enough, I've been able to do it without Gwen getting too crazy on me.
You know what, everybody's gonna be thinking that, oh, you know, they, but you know, we try to keep it as real as possible. When we're going out there to a location, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, guess what, I'm gonna be a superwoman, I can tackle anything. If anybody, if you're watching this, and if you're, you know, you go back and you see this again, and you will know this about me, I got something for everything, dude. I got a black bag with a little bit of something for everything. Every time I go to an investigation, I got something in my bag, okay? So you best believe that I'm always going to look out for my people that are going with me, or the people that are investigating with me, because I don't play that spirit shit. That's just
What she
real talk,
doesn't
okay?
have, I carry with me. Sometimes we
Okay?
carry double of everything.
Backups, okay? I'm telling you, if you are a paranormal investigator and you were going out there, you know, I've seen some paranormal investigators that even got their gun, and I'm like, what to do? What do you need a gun
You're gonna
for? They
shoot a
said, you know
spirit?
what? I'm like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, you just gonna pop a couple caps in Casper, okay? And just be
Yeah,
like,
that's not
boom.
cool. You're definitely gonna upset the spirits that way, be shooting them. I
Yeah,
don't like
but you
them
know what they
guns.
told me? They said because of raccoons and possums or whatever to be out there. And I start thinking, I'm like, dude, if I'm sitting there and I'm getting spiritual and I'm sitting there on an investigation and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to tune in on what's going on, and all of a sudden a rabid raccoon comes at me and we ain't got no weapon. Oh my God.
If you guys want to share this out to as many groups as possible, that would be cool too. So now with the S.T.O.N.E Paranormal, we get into all sorts of different things, obviously. But S.T.O.N.E Paranormal really didn't start out that way, Gwen. It started out as a almost like a teaching facility for spirituality. in a
Yep,
sense.
for the last 13 years, I remember, I had a school in Deltona, Florida, and it was like it started out, and one day it was sitting there, I was like, stones. I said, I love my crystals, I love my stones. I know they're the children of the earth. They are the ancestors. They hear everything. They're, they are the vibrations of creation. And I said, you know what? I want to teach people. And instead of just saying I'm going to teach people, I said I'm going to teach myself too. So I said stone, and then spiritual teachings of on natural eclecticism came on. And I was like, wow, that really is, the stone. It's the teaching a collective. I want to get from eclectic minds. I don't care if you're Christian, if you're Baptist, if you're Wiccan, pagan, voodoo, demon, Satanist, anything spiritual. That was something that I wanted to bring forth into this world. And then when I came here to Utah and I met you, and I just, and me and you were talking about it, and I even know our friend Rhonda Minnie, I was telling her about that too. And I said, you know what? I said, I've always been interested in the paranormal. I said, let's go do it. And then that's how S.T.O.N.E Paranormal came into play. And now we're S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Spirits Talks. We got S.T.O.N.E Paranormal
Hold
Historical
on, let me go
Sites.
get my dog, Gwen. My dog's being a butt.
Listen, I told you those dogs are going to be okay, but really, everybody, that's how it all began. And it was like me, my husband, Chris, and then you know what? We met Jessica, and I met Andy, my brother. I love him, cameraman, tech. What? He's the one who puts the drones in the sky, man. You would think that these things, you were like, oh, it's going to be expensive, but we all just came together and just everybody bought a little something, and then we went on that first investigation, and then we were hooked. It's like most people sit there and they say they don't really get into depth about what brought on what it is, but yeah, I got a lot of haters. We collaborated with people, it didn't work out. I wish them the best to go do. I don't got time for drama. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't got time for drama. I don't got time for people that's got drama. You know what? I've lived too long to be sitting there worrying about drama. But like every group, everybody has people to come in and they have to come out, but they all left the mark. But so we've come to the
You're not gonna
conclusion that
see that. Okay, so when we do our investigations, we're gonna start out usually with the history of what we do, and the history, because every place has a history. We'll start out with the history, and then we'll go and we'll do our investigations. And we've had a few that were very, very. There was a lot of paranormal, and then we've had some where there was very little. We're not going to make it up so that you guys come watch us. We're going to give you what we truly have found. So it's all honest. We're not going to fake shit like some of these people out here do.
there's no need to fake stuff. That's something that I don't care. I've been quite vocal on a lot of, interviews, and I've been quite vocal on even our show and all these things. I'm saying, you know what? If you're doing it for ratings and you're doing it for the money, then you're not doing it because you love it. I mean, I love going out there and hunting. I love going out there and investigating. I love the history. I love being with the people that I investigate with. I love trying out new things. And it's like the people, they come to the point being, it's like, well, you know what? I don't have the money to go investigating. I don't have this. That's why sometimes, we're going to let people on to be able, to investigate with us, to teach, because we have a location for people to come to, and that's right there in West Jordan. We have a store. We can do classes. We can do discussions. We can have meetups, all of these things like this, because we're about para unity, man. We're about bringing the community together. And that means that, you know what, that if you're hating on us, if you got something to say, well, then you know what, then undoubtedly we must be doing our job correctly, because we're trying to bring people together and learn from people. Okay, I mean, I understand that I'm not a native of Utah, and then people are saying, well, how I'm going to come in and in Utah and this. I'm like, no, I want to embrace Utah. I want to embrace the other investigators here, people that want to know. I really want to help people. Okay, if you're living in a haunted house and you can't sleep, they're messing with your children, or you want to know what the history of your house, or you know what, you might have been possessed. And within our group, there's somebody that can do exorcism. There's somebody that can take spirits off of you. There's somebody that can pray over you. Somebody that can read for you. Somebody can put herbs for you, oils for you. It's like a one-stop place for your paranormal needs. And
And
that's one.
I worked with, and again, I work with the cards. I do a lot of spell work. I do a lot of all that stuff. We all do a lot of different things.
Yes, that's the beauty of it, is that we all do a lot of things. And yeah, Bryson, I see you right there. Faking shit is disrespectful to our community. Yes, it is kind of disrespectful to our community, because you know what? It makes it hard for everybody else that is trying to investigate. Is when people go out there and fake evidence, I'm just like, dude, why are you even investigating? Jessica, I mean, seriously, why are you even going to go spend your time, your money to go out there and fake something just
Yeah,
because you just want to make yourself
I
look
think
right?
it's absolutely ridiculous. And Connie, mine, and I know you love hearing about how we met and how we all got together and everything. It was actually a pretty ugly time how we met. It got ugly there for a minute, not between me and Gwen, but other people, jealousy and just negativity, and we had to really get away from all of that. And me and Gwen came out strong on that end, but it wasn't our meeting, although as great as it has been, was not easy.
But that's the whole thing of thinking. Through diversity, there's always light. And then there's always a new birth. It's like the phoenix, we rise above the ashes. And from those learning experiences has grown us closer, that 4.5 years later, here we are, and we're together and we're doing spirit talks. And I love you with all my soul, man. And it's like, what, you keep me motivated. And people need to see that, is that there is that kind of compassion and love between us, and that's what makes what we do so great, and what makes it so powerful, is that what, we actually give a damn. We're
And we
actually
do.
going out
It's
there.
just too bad not everybody does it. Too bad that we've had to run into people that I almost feel like purposely want to put a damper on our soul. You know what I mean? These people,
But
these
the point being is that, what, and I'm going to tell you just like this: ain't nobody going to put a damper on my soul, because nobody owns my soul. Nobody own your soul. All they can do is just run their mouth and say all the things that they want to do, because I'm a firm believer, what, that if you got something to say it to my face. Don't
absolutely.
talking behind my back or going on other groups or whatever like this. That's childish stuff. I'm a grown ass woman. I do not have time to play in little baby ass games. I'm going to go out there. And I know a lot of people be like, I even heard stuff about the color of my skin in investigation, and saying that, oh, I don't think that you should be so ghetto, what, when you're doing, and I'm just like, what the fuck is ghetto? Okay.
That
I
was actually said by another investigator for another paranormal team, and I am not going to mention this person's name, but I thought that was real ignorant, and I didn't like that at all. And yes, hi Rhonda, we love you too. She's one of
you
our
know
girls that's been with us forever.
For real, Rhonda, we love you. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, what does that got to do with the price of eggs with me being an investigator? Next thing you know, I'm going to hear, because I'm a woman. Next thing you know, I'm going to hear like, oh, what do I know about investigation, because I haven't been into 1,001. Well, guess what? After a while, going to the same location again and again and again gets a little bit old. So that's why I think that, what, I'm not going to sit there and justify who I am because I didn't investigate a certain location, or I haven't been a certain place. Maybe I know about those places, and maybe we've did it, but they've been done so many times. So why do we need to go put our face there? I
I
want to
don't like
go.
doing that.
No, dude,
But
I'm like Star Trek. I want to go out into the unknown. I want to go out there and just be like, I don't give a damn if it's just one stick on the ground that's left of a ghost town. That ghost town was still there. That memory is still there. So I still want to do it. And that educates the people around us about the history and the spirit of the people that lived on that land before we even got here. So how is
however,
that wrong?
there are some places, Gwen, that I've seen that it some investigators have gone to, and they've actually falsified information on it. Those places I would like to go to and get back the
Debunk
true
it.
history without lying about it and adding things to it. I think that there is history of places where people have gone, but they've made things up, where we can set that right if we needed to.
You know what? And it's gonna happen. And you know what? And sometimes, because not everybody's gonna agree. I'm not gonna sit there and go textbook on what somebody else's investigation of that spot is. Instead, I'm gonna sit there and I'm be like, you know what? That's interesting. They're telling about the history. You know, I try to take the positive out of it, because when I go in there, I want to have my own experience. Okay. I don't want to have the experience that somebody else had. I want to have my own genuine experience. So if I go in there and somebody's like, oh, I got scratched, oh, they slapped me in the face, oh, you know, I've heard it all, okay? And if I go in there and nothing happens to me, I'm not discrediting that the place has something in it. It's just that my personal experience, I didn't feel nothing. Maybe it was the
Right.
wrong moon cycle. Maybe it was the wrong time of the year. Maybe, you know what, I had too much protection on that day, or I was rubbed down in some sacred holy oil and they just didn't want none of the hot fire. You understand what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna happen.
All
And
right,
that's
Tanya.
Hey Tanya, what's going on? My sister is on, Tanya Thornton. She's part of our investigative crew. You know, she helps with our photography investigations. You know what? You'll be able to see her on our YouTube, which we'll put all the links and all of this for you guys to be able to go and see this. You know what? You know, and you'll see what happened to her out there at the Mackey Mansion. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You see, I got the eyeball on you, okay? Because cause remember Jessica, Tanya got touched. Oh my God.
Yes, you did. Was that before or after the fire alarms?
I think it was after we were leaving the room of the doll room in the Mackey Mansion. And remember, I was like, you know what, something, we got to get up out of here. Why is this nun eyeballing me? You know, like, because they had all these crazy dolls in there. And I'm just sitting here looking at the dolls, and the one in the corner in the rocking chair, I was like, yo, I don't care what anybody's got to say. I said, that doll is eyeballing me, man. It's looking at
Well,
me like I owe it
we
some
heard,
money.
what was it? Was it humming or singing?
Tanya, don't be talking about hey, hey. You know what? Because I'm trying to tell you is that, you know what? And I'm so proud that me and Jessica was able to break her, you know, her paranormal virginity. Okay. It put her in a haunted room that she got touched. Oh my God. It was crazy because all of a sudden the big sister and me came up, and I'm like, yo, hold up for a minute now. You better get your hands up off my sister. It's going to be a problem up in here, man. You know, because I seen something touch her leg. Remember, Jessica? And it pulled her leg completely down,
It was
man.
after we heard something in that room. I can't remember what we heard, but we heard something. We probably have it on tape somewhere, but we heard something.
Listen, the whole Mackey Mansion thing, everything that happened from the doll room to when we went into Mr. Mackey's room, and even down from, you
How about those
know, when
pictures
we
we
were
took just
downstairs, it's
driving
all on
down the
YouTube.
street?
Huh?
Those pictures in the windows Tanya took just driving down the street.
I'm telling you, everybody, you don't even know. The moment we pulled up to the Mackey Mansion, my sister is like, her photography, she just gets it from her dad. It's just something that is natural. It's in her blood to take pictures. First picture she takes a picture, and there's a little girl in the dang window. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, this is how this night's going to begin? Okay. And I didn't know nothing about the story of the children or anything that was up there. All I know is that they had some kids lived up in there, but I didn't know that there was what they told us about the haunting of the
Gwen,
little
no, they
girl.
didn't. They didn't tell us about a child being in there. We found that out later on, but we knew she was in there because we took a picture of her.
Yeah, Bryson Mackey. Yeah, he's on our team too. Bryson, what's up for watching? Bryson, how didn't you not know that? I was freaking out. I was like, who is this little girl looking at me out the window, like peeping on me? You know, I'm like, what's going on here? That's when I knew. I said, oh my God. I said, I'm going to have to put me. I told my sister, I said, listen, here's some protection. Put this on. I was like, Jessica, I'm not worried about you because I know you strapped. Okay, because I was like, I already knew you was ready to rock and roll. Okay, you had some crystal or something on you, okay, to keep the jank off of you.
I
And
had
I had my
everything
stuff
on me. I
pumping too,
always
man.
say everything.
And it's like, we went into the Mackey Mansion, and it's kind of funny is that everybody can sit there and say that we're like trying to say we're a new paranormal group. And I'm like, no, we've been doing this for a long time. We just decided to put it on film. And it's like the
What does
first
that
honor
mean,
that
though?
we
What does that mean? We're a new paranormal group. So I see spirits, and I've seen them for a very long time. And I've dealt with the spiritual world all my life, and spirits, and I've even dealt with some of what people, I don't like to use this term, but the word demons. I believe they're spirits that have never had a body, and they're angry that they've never had a body, but that's the technical term. So I've even dealt with very few of them. They're not everywhere, but I've dealt with that also. So have I been doing paranormal things all my life? Yes. Whether I want to investigate them or not, um, well, I guess I still do in a way because they're still there and I'm still seeing them. We're just deciding to put it on film and doing it together now.
Yeah, you know what? And that's what gets me is that, we get a lot of people now that everybody claims to be a professional at it, and then they sit there and they tell you that, oh, they want to laugh and say, oh, you're doing this wrong or you're doing this. And I'm just like, there's no
There's no right or
101
wrong
to
way.
investigation. There's no 101 to investigation. I don't give a damn. You could be investigating for 20 something damn years and you'll still go into a location and find out something new. You're always learning. You're always upping your game. You're always wanting to try new things and push those boundaries. So I figured that if you could, that's what I said about the technical part of paranormal
Yeah, but you know what?
investigation.
When last investigation we were supposed to do in Virginia City is not on film, and we didn't actually do an investigation because it ended up being we had to help a young lady.
Yes, that was that. See, look how quick that happened like that, because it was that was another thing, everybody, that we got asked back the second time to the Mackey Mansion to do a Masawan a celebration that they were having, the first ever that they did. They were hailing in his mom, Dawn. I love them. Thank you for the opportunity. Those are my babies. Justin, you know what? I miss you guys. We'll be back soon, okay? Because I got some unfinished business going on. But we went there and then we were vending. There were people that were coming through, and then that night, when I was doing readings at the dining room table where John Mackey and presidents and Mark Twain have sat, we were sitting there, and it was like I did the readings to everybody that was on the table, and then when everybody left, we were getting ready to do the investigation, and that young lady, she caught our attention, and she was really, and something was really attached to her little girl. And even though she's watching this, to let you know is that we did not forget you. I prayed for you, but the situation turned into something else. It's just like I feel like it's a catalyst that's there
And
that
we
it
weren't going
that
to put
you
that on film. That was none of anybody's business. We were not going to put
know.
that on film for ratings or for anything like that. It was a personal, it became a very personal thing that we took very seriously and did what we needed to do for that young lady. And that's the end of it. We don't need to put her on blast because it's personal. Some of these things are personal. They don't want to be put on film. So our investigation turned into something different, and that's okay.
that becomes a personal investigation, and that's something that's more personal, between us and the client, and or us in the house, or it's not something that we just want to put out there in the world, because a lot of people want to keep certain things secret. But I want people to feel that if they do have their a haunting or something demonic or something occult, or their houses got poltergeist or whatever, to understand that we the ones that you want to come talk to, because we're the ones that's going to help you either get rid of it or live with it.
If you
Because
don't want it on
sometimes
film, that's fine too. We'll still help you.
it's still going to go to the thing. And that's why I think that as we're going on tonight, I think we pretty much let everybody know a little bit about what it is that that we do, and we're we have a lot of things that are out there now. We're on Amazon Prime, United Kingdom. Okay, the stats are going up on that. People are watching all over there in Europe. We're getting ready to go and happen here and put it on for the United States. That was a big accomplishment for us in our group, that we were able to do that. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you can watch us on YouTube, under Guerrilla Mafia Media LLC. We'll have all those links. We have the subscribers, the love of the community is just beautiful right now, because to what we're doing. And we have Instagram and all of those things that you can follow. We're loading up more pictures, and the support of our community is just, it's mind-boggling that there is a lot of open-minded people out there. So this is just a little, tonight Jessica has started out a little bit crazy, and and we finally had to go onto my Gwen Allen one. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's false advertisement, you said you're going to be on Hecata's. Well, you know what, I'm sorry, shit happens, man.
I'll figure it
Sometimes
out.
things
I'll figure it out for next time. I'll figure it out.
okay,
Yeah.
sometimes things just don't happen the way that they happen. And you know what, I want to announce that we're going to be having some really great guests on the show. And
Yes.
you know what,
When
and
can
this
we set him up? Have you talked to that person yet? So we can.
I'm in the process, and when I finally get it finalized, then you know what, I'll make the announcement and let everybody doing. We got some really great new locations that we did up in Helper, and that is going on for S.T.O.N.E Paranormal historical sites. We got another big investigation getting ready to happen in Utah. We'll keep, you know what, as the details and everything finally gets locked down, we'll let everybody know what's going on. I just came back from Colorado, and then come to find out that the bed and breakfast that I was in was on Native American land, Jessica, and they found fragments of like pottery and all those things that were going on. So I got some film and everything for that to let everybody know what's going on. The ladies up there are beautiful, and I told them that I was going to put something together for them, through Guerrilla Mafia Media.
Okay.
And that's that's just who we are. That's the syndication that we are, Guerrilla Mafia Media LLC. That's how you're going to find us on Amazon Prime. That's how you're going to find us on YouTube. We're all over Facebook. Jessica with the Hecate Shadows, man, she's doing readings. If you need help, all you got to do is holler at my girl. That's what she does. Okay, pendulum work. She helps people. She helps people with questions, and all those things like that. And I got so much stuff going on. I let Jessica deal with that part of the department. That's her forte, man, because I know that she's like me telling me, Gwen, you can't you hours and hours, and I'm just like, dude, the spirit gets on me and I just gotta tell them. She's like, Gwen, we don't got that much time. So I let Jessica handle them cards and all them ruins and stones and all them things like that, and if you got a problem that what, you need something taken off of you, or you need, a little something like that, I'm the person to come to, okay, when it comes to that deal. But
And
we're
if you run
freaking
across this and you feel like you have something going on in your house, or something going on with your person, or you just want to tell your story, yeah, let us know. Just message us, and we're
let us
always
know.
around.
There's no such thing as a stupid question, only stupid people. Because stupid people, they will not get up off themselves to be able to figure something out. They rather just sit there and suffer. There's no need to suffer. There's people out there that can help you. Even if it's not us, there's other people out there that are well qualified that can help you. But if you need help, we're going to have all of our links inside of this. You know, there's a lot going on. We got 2 seasons going on with S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Historical Sites. We're going on our 3rd season for S.T.O.N.E Paranormal. This is the 1st season of S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Spirit Talks, and me and Jess are going to be getting into everything. We're going to be talking about spirits. We'll have sessions by demology. We'll have steps about the occult. We'll have herbal classes, things, you know, there just to be a little bit of something that can help you along in your spiritual investigations. And, you know, and I hope that it'll be able to help you guys out. And you can check Jessica out on Hecate Shadow, man. She's always doing some great things on there. We got
Hi,
S.T.O.N.E
baby.
Paranormal.
Say hi to Andy.
Hi, Andy. What's up, baby? Okay, that's my brother right there. That's the production right there. It wouldn't be no UC nothing if it wasn't for Andy. Okay, he puts the drones in the sky, helicopters. But yeah, but you know what? You can find us out on Facebook. We're, you know, a S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Community. We also have our like page, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal Worldwide, where you can find us on Instagram, S.T.O.N.E Paranormal. You can find us on YouTube, a Guerrilla Mafia Media LLC. You can either get Jessica Bell on Facebook, Gwen Allen. You know what? There's always somewhere going, you know, the Guerrilla family. So, you know, I
Hold
just
on,
want to tell
Andy, are
everybody
you
thank
okay?
you. Jan, what is Andy talking about? He need help. He
I
live
don't
in a
know.
house with you.
No, he's not. He's at work.
Oh, well, then you know what? I guess this is no greater way than to end this session for you to
All
find
right.
out what's wrong with your husband. So we love you guys. Thank everybody for watching, and check out S.T.O.N.E Paranormal. We on the rise,
Oh,
baby. We got a
that's a fucker.
Oh my God, Andy, I swear to God, you know what? Just, he's about to be a ghost.
We're about to do it.
Straight up, we're gonna have to get. He's about to be a ghost. But everybody, we love you. Thank you for watching. All of y'all who stayed with us this whole time. You know what? Check us out. If you want to go investigate, you know what? Message us. You know, if you want to know about certain things, message us. If you just want to message us, message us. We love you, and we'll put all the links in. And you know what? Connie's rescue your brother. Friggin' Andy. I swear to God.
Right?
I swear to God, man. We love everybody and peace. And look out for season 3 of S.T.O.N.E Paranormal coming up. Season 2 of S.T.O.N.E Historical Sites.
What
And
do you
the
want to do
first
next week? Do you guys want to introduce some? Oh my. Do you guys want to introduce some equipment next week? See what kind of equipment we use
Yeah, we
for.
can do that too. Or we can do like I always think, the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Take over the world.
Let's do that. Let's take over the world next weekend or next Thursday.
Okay. Bye, everybody. And we love you. Peace.